Hey guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're going to be doing my Not So Scaryathon TBR. In case you missed it, I will post my Not So Scaryathon announcement up in the cards for you guys so you can check out all the information. There's a lot of really cool information about how to enter a giveaway, there's graphics for Instagram and all kinds of stuff. But for today, I'm going to be talking about some of the books that I would like to get to for the readathon. So first up, sorry that it's a little bit blown out today. We're having kind of a gloomy day, so I had to like really push the lighting. And sorry if you can kind of hear the rain in the background. As per usual, I have a ton of things in mind for the readathon. I leave wiggle room for my mind to change and also to kind of find and pick up new things. I do mostly audiobooks, so I'll probably be able to get to a lot during the readathon. I try to keep almost all my readathon audiobooks under 10 hours because I can usually get through 7 to 9 hours in like 1 or 2 days. And then I try to keep my physical books under 350 pages, so that really helps as well. I'm not going to be sharing everything I want to get to for the readathon, but we're going to talk about some things I want to get to for the challenges. Okay, so challenge number 1 is a spooky retelling. You can use something that is not normally spooky, say like Snow White, and then find like a slightly darker, more fall-esque retelling version of it. So it doesn't have to be just retellings of like darker classics, if that makes sense. But I think I'm going to choose Horseman by Christina Henry. I have read Christina Henry's Mermaid book, which is a Little Mermaid retelling, and then Lost Boy, which is actually a darker Peter Pan retelling. I loved both of them, even though they were both so different. So I'm going to check out Horseman, which is a Sleepy Hollow retelling, and I know it's on the shorter side. I know I can get the audiobook for it, and I have high hopes because I think it's going to be amazing. I'm also going to try and read Sleepy Hollow first before I do this because it's only a 2-hour audiobook, and I've never read the original like classic tale before, and I thought that would be a good one to kind of an extra book in. The next challenge is a monster book, and for that one I didn't pick out anything specifically for this one because I think a lot of them are going to work, but we'll talk about The Pumpkin Queen by Shea Earnshaw. So this is the official sequel to Nightmare Before Christmas in book form, and it's by Shea Earnshaw, and I've been wanting to read it and I've been saving it for the readathon, and we can kind of qualify Jack and Sally as monsters, and there's monsters in here, so I thought this would be a really fun one, so I'm really excited about it. Next up is to read a book about a mysterious house. Again, I have a recommendations video for this. I'll link up in the cards. There are so many that will work for this. The house doesn't have to be like the main character, but I actually picked 2. I'm doing a lot of new releases for this readathon, which I almost never do, so fingers crossed that works out for me. So I'm going to try Lake's Edge. Sorry, my ring light is trying to like pick it up. For one of them, this came out last year. So this is about Violetta Graceling, and she would do anything to protect her younger brother. Plagued by nightmares, he possesses forbidden black magic that spills from his fingers as shadows. When the notorious Rowan Sylvanan, known as the Monster of Lake's Edge, discovers her brother's magic, she fears the worst. She's shocked. Rowan instead presents a risky offer, a refuge at his Lake's Edge estate in exchange for her brother's powers. So that sounds really cool. The cover is amazing. It's giving me kind of Beauty and the Beast vibes, and I've heard amazing things. Then I also have House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I've heard amazing things about this one, and a lot of people told me I'm really gonna love it. So this one is, oh gosh. Okay, you guys, there's like a little ant on the inside, and I thought it was real for a second, so when I opened it up, I was like, I'm better now. Okay, Iris Hollow and her 2 older sisters are unquestionably strange. As children, they disappear on a Scottish city street only to return a month later with no memory of what happened to them or where they'd been. More troubling, their appearance began to change. Their blue eyes are now black, their dark hair is now white. They grew older. Odd, eerie occurrences seem to follow them in their wake. People find them disturbingly intoxicating and unbearably beautiful, inexplicably dangerous. So I'm assuming there's a creepy house in here because it's called House of Hollow. Again, I'll probably do this one via audiobook. I think I have to physically read Lake's Edge because I'm not sure if I can get the audio for that. But I'm very excited about it. I believe that one came out this year or last year as well. Next up is to read a witch book. I have my favorite witch book recommendations video up from last year. Again, I'll link up in the cards if you need more ideas. So I didn't pick anything specifically for this one. I assume there'll be witches in like one of my books, or I can always pick one like later on. But most books like these tend to have some kind of person with magical powers, so I didn't pick anything specific And the last challenge is to read a book with black on the cover. Again, a lot of these have black covers, so I should be good to go there. But I did want to talk about 2 more books that I'd like to get to for the readathon. So we have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This again came out this year. I've heard amazing things. This is the author of All the Stars and Teeth. So orphaned as a baby, 19-year-old Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, each more interested in her wealth than her well-being, and each has met an untimely end. Her remaining relatives are the elusive Hawthorne, an eccentric family living at Thorn Grove in a state both glittery and gloomy, and its patriarch mourns his late wife through wild parties while his son grapples for control of the family's waning reputation, and his daughter suffers a mysterious illness. But when their mother's restless spirit appears claiming she was poisoned, Signa realizes that the family she depends on could be in grave danger and enlists the help of a surly stable boy to hunt down the killer. So again, just sounds really, really fun. All of these should be like dark, gothic, slightly creepy and eerie, but not terrifying and gory. It's kind of why I stick with YA for the most part. I would like to get to Garlic and the Vampire. One of my subscribers recommended this to me, so this is actually about a clove of garlic that has to kill or befriend a vampire, and I think this is a middle grade graphic novel. I don't know. There's like a carrot in here and a pumpkin man, and the art is really beautiful. It should be really short and fun, so I definitely want to get to this one. I always try to do 1 or 2 graphic novels every readathon. And then the final book that I want to talk about, which is going to be the unofficial buddy read for the readathon, is going to be Shades of Rust and Ruin by A.G. Howard. So A.G. Howard has a lot of books under her belt. She's done things like Splintered and Stained, which I really enjoyed. She does mostly retellings. This is a retelling of like The Goblin King. Okay, so embrace the mysterious, invoke the magical, enter the mystical. Phoenix Nix Loring knows her family is under a Halloween curse. When she was 3, her parents tragically died October 31st. 11 years later, her twin sister Lark suffered the same fate. Ever since, she has battled survivor guilt. She can't even find comfort in Clary, Lark's boyfriend, and the one person who understands her pain, because Nix's hidden feelings for him go far beyond friendship. All that remains are her sketches, where she finds solace among the goblins and the fairies in her imaginary world, the mystical. When her depression starts affecting her ability to see color, Nix all but gives up on her art, until her uncle goes missing on Halloween Day. Hot on his trail, Nix and Clary step through the portal, becoming trapped inside a decaying version of their town filled with Nix's own sketches come to life. I mean, it sounds absolutely incredible and perfect for the readathon, so I hope you guys can get to this one. I'm getting the audiobook from my library, but check your local library, they should be able to have them. And then the last 3 challenges are just physical challenges, so be sure and check out that video to learn more about them, because they're not reading related per se. I hope you guys are excited for the readathon. It's coming up here very, very soon. Let me know what you're reading down below in the comments. I am pre-planning pictures and things because we do picture challenges on Instagram, which is part of the giveaway, and there'll be lots of fun on there. So be sure and follow me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl as well for like during the readathon. I'll be updating my stories and sharing other people's photos. It's a great way to make friends. Be sure and use the hashtag #NotSoScaryathon if you post about the readathon. Make sure you use this exact hashtag and not like #NotSoScaryathon 2022 or something like that, because it won't show up with everybody else's and I won't be able to see it to share if that's what you want. I have Instagram graphics and things that you guys can use for fun, but anything you want to do to participate works great for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side.